Okay, LeSean, do you want to say hi to Tyrann Mathieu?
Yes, I do. Good player he is.
You too. I mean, this is like a dream for me having both of you on the show. I mean, this is like Super Bowl 54. I love this. When's the last time you two talked?
Since the Super Bowl.
Man.
Happy to see you, brother. Congrats on everything too, man.
Yeah, nah, man. Definitely been watching you, man. You really doing a good job, bro. And I've been wanting to reach out and tell you that, but you know, it's always love, brother.
I will say this though. A lot of people think that Odell Beckham was like the first guy to start these real trends. The Honey Badger was the first one to really start the real trends, though. So give me your flowers, bro. You're a great player. I remember playing against you. I'm like, damn, this little dude is everywhere. Since college to the pros, bro, you're going to do great. And you're off, you know, after football and everything. So congratulations, man, and hell of a career.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me, man.
I'll see you both with gold jackets. Before I let you go, LeSean, 2026. It's
I'm
coming.
saying, though, like,
your resume is damn good. I think we have it. Do we have it? I pulled the numbers. We have them this morning, LeSean. We'll do Tyrann's in a couple of years. What's your relationship with thinking about Kent and LeSean? And you can chime in on his greatness too, Tyrann. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I think we're missing some things here. All decade, we're missing that one. We're missing the new century back. We're missing a lot of things on her, but I do like the resume. I think I should get on there. I was comparing my numbers to Ezra and James. It's almost identical, except that I ain't have Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne all on the same team. But it's close. It's close.
Yeah. Nah, you definitely worthy, you know, the Hall of Fame, man. First ballot. You know, like you one of them dudes that I remember. You know what I mean? And there's so many dudes in the league, right? Like everybody's a guy. You know what I mean? But like you're one of those dudes that people will remember. You know what I mean? And so yeah, bro. Like from the juke move, I still think about that play you and Kelce had in Detroit, bro. I'm like, only y'all two could have did that. You know what I mean? Like if that was anybody else, it wouldn't have worked like that. But yeah, man, definitely, bro. Had a great career, man. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I'll also say, go ahead. So please.
No, I was gonna say a quick story though, because when you play with players that you respect, right, as his players, like that's how you was, right? But I remember when I played with you, and I was like, damn, yo, I didn't know how much of a leader you was. And I remember the next year, you know what I'm saying, or I forget whatever year you left the Chiefs, I was like, yo, I don't know how they'll be, because in the locker room, like you hear the names like the Kelces and the Mahomes, but you was really running it, like as far as the leadership standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to give you that respect too, because certain players don't always have that. You know, guys be good, but they don't have that leadership. You always had that though. That was impressive to be around.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me.
No.
Yeah.
Are we both picking the Chiefs tonight against the Chargers?
Yeah, I mean, I am. You know, I think, you know, too, it's like, you know, I can't bet against Mahomes, and like I think Herbert is in a position this year, man. Like he got to show us. He got to get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? He got to be able to compete in that division. You know, with the Raiders are going to be better. The Broncos are coming. You know what I mean? So, you know, they could possibly be like the worst team in that division. And so, you know, I just want to see Herbert really take that next step, because he has all the physical makeup. Like he has the tools. And so, but he just can't get past 15, man. It's something about 15, you know?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. One thing with Herbert, I think he's super good, man, talented. I remember the first time I seen him with the Bucs, I was like, who is this kid from Oregon? But we in a league or era now where, like, nobody has to earn it. Like, I'm okay with him taking his time to earn that. And then when he arrives, then let's give him all the praise. I think we praise players too soon. You know, like, why are we even having a conversation from him and Mahomes? Like, or we talk about the top 5 or top 6, they put Herbert in there. I'm like, how? Let him earn that first.
Yeah.
It sounds like Tyrann needs to come on Speak Easy with you. It's Shady's new show. Everybody can. Congratulations, Shady. Yeah, catch LeSean and Show they DeMarcus Ware on yesterday.
Nah, that's cool, man. Definitely, man. Shit, just send me an invite, man.
Yeah, I am. I know your people, though, so I'm definitely going to reach out to you. We'd love to have you on it. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I got you, man. No doubt.
Speakeasy streams on YouTube every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. LeSean, I'll also just say, as much as we love Edge, you have more rings than Edge. I'm just going to add that to that graphic.
I love Edge. I love Edge.
I know. 11,000 rushing yards, which is the benchmark for a Hall of Fame bid anyway. So I'll see you guys with gold jackets. We'll see you watching the game tonight. Appreciate you, Shady.
All right. Y'all take it easy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Didn't think you'd see LeSean McCoy today. Tyrann, how are you feeling? I know it's a different kind of game day. You're joining me on the YouTube broadcast globally, millions of people watching. I wish you were here in Sao Paulo. You'll be in Los Angeles. What are your thoughts on the day like today?
To be honest, I'm really excited. You know, I kind of didn't sleep my best last night, so I'm guessing that got to do with, you know, like the pregame feel, the pregame jitters, and you know, just doing something different. But now I'm excited about it. I really can't wait, and yeah, I think I know a lot of football, and so just trying to, you know, speak to people and just kind of talk to them in my own little way, and you know, hopefully everything goes well.
I cannot wait to hear your thoughts and to get these insights. Yeah, you know a lot about football, and we're so excited to have you part of this historical broadcast tonight between the Chargers and Chiefs in Brazil. But like, it's a meaningful game. Division game out the gates. We got people disregarding the Chiefs. We got the Chargers with something to prove. Can they overcome Patrick Mahomes for the first time since 2021? Heard your thoughts on Herbert. Heard your thoughts on that. I do want to ask you a little bit about the Derwin James, Travis Kelce, because if you know me, you know I just love. It's been 9 times, years. You were there for some of them. How much would you expect Derwin to be hanging out with Travis tonight?
A lot. I mean, well, first and foremost, you know, Derwin he's like one of those chess pieces for defensive coordinators. And so, you know, when a guy is that versatile, you don't want to really lock him in on one person, right? Like you want him to be able to help everybody. And so, but there will be times, you know, especially critical situations, maybe in a red zone, 3rd down, 2-minute drills, where I could see Derwin definitely taking that matchup, like those guys have been doing, you know, really about the last 5-6 years.
I'm very, very excited. It'll be round 10 between Derwin and Travis tonight, and no Jalen Royals, no Rashee Rice. So I think the middle of the field is going to be where the action is. And hopefully Josh Simmons can do his thing as this rookie, so Patrick Mahomes can show us some of that deep ball magic that we've been talking about with explosive plays all season long. You know Spags. You won a championship with Spags. You had 3 incredible seasons with Spags. How are you approaching Lad McConkey tonight? Is it McDuffie and Lad in lockstep?
Well, I think it'll be committee. You know, I think they'll do it by committee. Obviously, I think they'll, you know, critical situations, you know, they're going to try to take him out the game. I mean, that's just Spags. Spags is one of those guys, like, if you're a great receiver, like, I don't want to play cover 2. I want to double team him, right? And so I could definitely see, you know, at different points in the game, you know, he got 2 or 3 guys watching him. And really, you know, you want to force one of those other guys, preferably those younger receivers who haven't proven themselves. You want those guys to be able to prove themselves. And so I could see a little bit, you know, of that going on.
Chris Jones like mispronounced McConkey's name. I forget what he called him in like a press. I think that's his name. This was a stud rookie receiver last year. He did his thing. He didn't have much help last year. Run game wasn't working, offensive, all the things. How good, you're saying that, you know, Spags wants to take away a great receiver. In your eyes, how good is Lad?
I think he's a really, really good receiver. He really, really did impress me last season. And, you know, I'm a smaller guy, but you know, I worry about receivers. I worry about receivers that are small, right? Like, can he make it through a game? You know what I mean? Like, can he handle this physicality, right? And he proved it. He proved it week in, week out. And what I was really, really impressed with is his route tree. I think he's a really, really good route runner, especially for a younger guy. And I mean, that's just so like QB friendly, you know, like knowing you have a guy on the field that's just going to get open, right? Like the Hunter Renfros, the Wes Welkers, right? Like these guys are going to be open because of the way they run their routes. And so, yeah, I could definitely see him get fed early and often.
Keenan is back. KHALIL Mack is here. Travis Kelce is here. There's so much talk about these got father time and all, you know, Travis Kelce looks great. Yeah, but these are stars that people think are on their last legs, right? They're up there in age. How do you see it? I mean, Khalil Mack does look younger than ever, but I mean, the body does what the body does. How are you looking at those stars tonight?
I mean, I'm one of those guys, like, I believe what I see, and, speaking about Khalil Mack, like, I mean, him coming to LA has kind of like revitalized his career. Like, I think he's like top 5 in sacks still, right? And so on a quiet note, right? But just watching him play last year, like, he's still a dominant pass rusher, and obviously he was always one of those guys that not only did he rush the passer well, but he played the run well too. And so, when I think about that, I think about a guy that's just, all around just a solid player.
Is he going to pick on this rookie tonight, this Josh Simmons? What a way to enter the NFL. Brazil, YouTube, global audience, Khalil freaking Mack.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be tough duty. But I think the young boy, obviously, he's had a great offseason. It was a competition, right, at that spot. So he won the job, right? He's earned it. And but yeah, it's real tonight. And hello, welcome to the NFL. This is how it may look every week. Every week you may go up against one of those dudes that just really, really good.
Especially in this AFC West. How close do you think the gap is? Everyone, because if we looked at it, and you're preparing for tonight's game, you, Brandon Marshall, Derek Carr, you've been in this division, this division. I mean, even this Chargers team, they loaded up with Amarian and even Becton, like Trey Harris, all of these options. How much closer is the gap in the AFC West?
To be honest, I don't know, because I think it's still Patrick Mahomes' division. I mean, isn't he like undefeated against the AFC West? I mean,
yes,
he may have lost one game. Like I don't know, something about him and these divisional matchups, right? Like, it's hard for those teams to beat him. And I think, listen, I'm not giving nobody the crown. I won't even engage in any arguments about who's better than the Chiefs until they prove it to us, right? And so I'm gonna give Sean Payton, which I think the Broncos are a really, really good football team. I think coaching matters, right? And Sean Payton was just perfect, for that organization. And even Pete Carroll, right? Like, I was in Arizona for the first part of my career, and so I know what type of program Pete Carroll has, right? Like, those guys are going to compete this year. And so I mean, it's a stacked division, but I mean, hello,
you don't want to hear it.
I got the dude that went to like the last 5 Super Bowls. I'm rolling with that team.
When you hear all this stuff or see people not even picking them to win the division, let alone represent the AFC, again, I mean, speaking of the division, 35-5. Do you know how dominant that 35-5 in the AFC West? And I would argue the Chargers are better. Rashawn Slater, that's a really big, tough one for me to swallow as a fan. But the Chargers can be better. I think the Chiefs might be better. What would you say to everyone who thinks that they might have lost it, which is clearly because of how they lost that Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, that game wasn't their best game. I mean, that was a 15-2, I believe, football team last year. And, people say that, hey, it wasn't Patrick Mahomes' best year. But, I mean, if it wasn't his best year and he still managed to get his team to the big game, I mean, like what does that look like when those dudes are like, when things are going their way, But listen, between Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, right? And then you got like these assistant coaches too that are like hitting gems, like Dave Merritt's, right? Like, you got other guys on that coaching staff that are just as good as the dudes that leading the ship. And so, man, I just absolutely believe in the Chiefs, because obviously I was a part of that program, and I know that from top down, like, everybody's investing in winning the Super Bowl, and it's not like that everywhere in the NFL.
I think you're making too much sense for the world. That's all I think it is. Like, if they won 15, I have never, and I told this to Andy Reid, I have never seen a 15-win team garner so many questions the next year, like in any situation. But it was the loss, which is, I guess, a reasonable take. The last take was this insane game where they miserably lost.
Yeah, I mean, too, right? Like, like we're fans of like not just Mahomes, right? Like we're fans of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, right? Like those guys have gotten so much better. They're MVPs now, right? And so I think we all are kind of waiting for them to be able to beat Patrick in that big game. And so I think the more success, guys like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have, I think that's like the more pressure gets applied on the Chiefs because maybe a few people want to see Josh win one or Lamar win one, and but I think it's still a 15 show.
Yep, let's keep talking about this game. We're going to take a TV break. We are live on YouTube, of course, with legend Tyrann Mathieu, who is getting his. I mean, there's dipping. I'm talking about a rookie and Josh Simmons. You're the Josh Simmons of tonight too, because you.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been on TV, you've faced cameras your entire career, from college to probably younger than that to now. But this is a big deal. This is going to be millions and millions watching. Tell us a little bit about you, Brandon Marshall, Derek Carr. What are we going to be talking about ahead of this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously we'll dive into the game. I'm really just excited to be a part of it. I think it's really a great opportunity, and obviously, man, like being on the panel, with B Marsh and Derek Carr, it provides like some comfort, especially with Brandon Marshall, because he's been doing this media thing for a while now, since he's retired. So, and he's been a good person to be able to lean on and kind of bounce questions off of. And, obviously, as it is with all these guys that play quarterback in NFL, right? Like all those dudes could just get on TV and just, talk about everything, right? Like the terminology and where the ball's supposed to go. So, I think Derek is going to definitely surprise some people with just his insight and just his football like knowledge and talk. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
One last one for you before we let you go and get ready for tonight. Sunday Night Football. I mean, last night was crazy. I don't even want to ask you about that spitting and all that. But this Sunday night matchup, it's a rematch of the AFC divisional round. You've played against Josh Allen. You've played against Lamar Jackson. What does this game come down to? Like, what is the one thing that the brilliant Tyrann Mathieu zones in on, and how this gets won?
Well, I think what it's going to come down to is probably what it came down to the last few years, right? Like, like put the ball in Josh Allen's hands or put the ball in, Lamar Jackson's hands. And like, that's what I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I think the Ravens have a better football team per se than the Bills. And so I think, I say that to say Josh Allen has to do a little bit more lifting, than Lamar Jackson has to do. I mean, he has Derrick Henry in the backfield, right? And so, someone to kind of share that load with him. But obviously, man, like if Josh is able to be himself and stay healthy, I think he's gonna give himself a good chance. But I think the Ravens are, probably a top 5, team just kind of overall. So it's definitely gonna be a tough matchup.
Who wins?
I think the Ravens. Defensively, offensively, with Lamar Jackson and obviously Roquan Smith on the other side of the ball. Kyle Hamilton, shout out to him. He just got his $100 million. So that's always good to see safeties get paid and just keep pushing that standard. So but yeah, I think the Ravens are one of the most talented. Them and the Eagles, I think. Man, they just got so much talent. They draft well, and it seems like every year, they'll find a way to kind of develop their own players. Like they're not necessarily in free agency trying to look for people. So yeah, I definitely believe in that team and definitely the coaches.
But there's still that 15 out there. Tyrann Mathieu, appreciate you. You've been on so many great teams, and now I've just been your fan for so long. I finally get to be on a team with you. My teammate Tyrann Mathieu and all of the Kyle Hamiltons in the world, LeSean McCoy, they're watching you tonight. So give them their love with Brandon Marshall and Derek Carr on the pregame coverage for Chiefs Chargers exclusively on YouTube. Thanks, Tyrann.
Thank you, Kay. Appreciate you.
Thank you. See you soon.